the first 10 months, everything seemed fine. It was hard work, obviously, twins.
Didn't notice anything, did we?
No, we didn't notice there was anything wrong. We decided to go on holiday to Spain, and that's where Darcie had her first seizure, which was quite scary because we'd never seen anything like that before. When we got back from holiday, we went to see our local GP. She said that it was probably a febrile convulsion and that it would never happen again. And then probably a week later, Darcie had just got out of the bath and I was changing a nappy and it happened again. From then on, I would say for the next 2 months, we were ringing ambulances 2-3 times a week.
At least.
Smiley singing Clover.
We were going for a routine visit, to be honest, and we just happened to ask if they've got any results back from Alder. And the doctor, she read a load of things out that I already knew, and then at the end she said possibly Dravet syndrome. So I thought, well, what's that? And I said, if I went home and googled that, would that worry me? She said, I've not really heard of it, but I wouldn't Google it if I was you. So what do? You go home and you Google it, and then all the symptoms just sort of added up, and you thought,
all fitted into place, didn't it?
They've got it, and I just knew they had it. And then they were tested. That's when we found out. They used to have a lot of staring episodes which could last for half an hour, where they would just stare to one side, and nothing else was happening with the body or anything else like that.
Evie had specifically myoclonic jerks, what we call myoclonic.
Yeah.
So she'd be sitting there in a high chair and all of a sudden she'd just drop.
Bang her chin.
Bang her head, put her face in the food, fall to one side, or if they were standing against anything, just drop to the floor. And they were happening 100, 200 times a day.
Medicine time, who's first? Evie first.
They don't have the staring episodes
At the moment.
but they're in the phase of full tonic-clonic seizures. As they get older, we've been told to watch out for a lot more nocturnal seizures. I mean, they do have seizures in the night at the moment, but it's usually if they're unwell or if they've got a temperature.
Okay, we have 2 cameras in here, one over each bed, so one over Evie's bed, one over Darcie's bed, and we can view using the monitor. We can move them around the whole of the room, up and down. There's even a night light on it if we need it, because it does have night vision as well. But then we can transfer it across onto the other camera, which is over Darcie's bed, and obviously we can pan that around the room as well as we need to. They're invaluable to us, absolutely invaluable, because before we just had a sound monitor, and then obviously we could hear what was happening, but we didn't know what they were doing. Whereas with these, we can see the whole room. So if we do hear noise or other alarms go off, we can have a look and actually see if they are okay. Because obviously if they're not moving around, not wriggling, they're possibly not having a fit. But obviously if they are, then obviously we can come in and react to it and deal with what we need to.
They've not been diagnosed with autism yet, but that is also a part of Dravet. They've got delayed motor skills. They don't talk. They do a lot of shouting.
A lot of shouting. Screaming.
They've got learning difficulties. We are going to send them to a special needs school, which we're just in the process of looking around at the minute, which is a difficult job. We don't tend to look that far in the future.
No, we see the future as like today, this is it. because we don't know if Darcie and Evie will be here. And that's one of the hardest things, isn't it? You know, whatever we do, however hard we try, this is not going to go away. It's going to be here.